Yes. Yes, I agree with you, 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗧. I agree with you, yes. Yes, inflation is fucking over. I've said it a million times. I agree with you, 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗧. So inflation is over. We got it. All right, so that was 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗧. He says that inflation is over because we've had the best inflation reading that we've had in over 27 months. The core CPI came out today. Here we are, 3%. The estimates, the best estimates were 3%. The estimates were 3.1%. And even if you look at the measure that Powell uses around CPI, the numbers just say that inflation is over and the Fed may actually get back towards its 2% inflation target. So what has that done to the markets? Let's have a look. We are looking at Bitcoin. A little pump on Bitcoin. I saw Bitcoin go up to 30,927. I think it still needs to break some key levels, and later on in the show, 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓𝗏 is coming on. He's going to show us what those key levels are. The other chart that I was watching is the 𝗕𝗂𝗃. This is an interesting chart because it needs to break below that 101. It hasn't broken below that 101 for a long time. And look at this red candle here in the last couple of days in anticipation of the inflation reading. The other chart that I'm looking at is the Nasdaq up 1%, the Dow Jones up 0.5%. And then I look at the altcoins because it is alt season. I know it doesn't feel like it. In fact, I know what you all think. Who is this guy and why is he saying that it is alt season? I'm going to show you today that it is actually alt season. It's not the same alt season that you're used to. It's not the same tokens that you're used to going up. It's not the tokens that are depicted here in the bubbles that are going up. But I am going to show you that if you look in the right place today, there is an absolute tearing alt season up. Some alts are up 600%, 500%, 400%. And we've also got today, because we're going to have a real big show, we've got Mr. 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏 coming onto the show with us.
Yo, where are you, in Lisbon or London?
I'm in London. Don't give away my whereabouts. Don't give away my whereabouts. You know how it is. All right. So we've got a massive show for you. As you can see, Altseason, CPI, Bitcoin, Solana, FTT. Who are these maniacs buying FTT? Why the hell are they buying FTT? I'm going to show you all of that. It's going to be a big show. Now, you can pick a song. You can have Get Out of Bed, Bitch. You can have Run, Run, He's Our Man. Or we can have...
Click, have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, when the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right.
Ran, he's our man, if he can't do it, no one can.
All right, we're gonna stop the arguments. We gotta get into the alpha. So listen, guys, sorry about yesterday. I'm in an Airbnb, and as I started talking about the CIA, you saw what happened. The Wi-Fi got destroyed. So we had a bad show yesterday, but we're back and we bring you crypto love and we bring you crypto wisdom, and it's the whole team today. You got 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 sitting in Johannesburg. You've got blockchain ball out sitting in where? In Brazil. Where are you sitting today?
Florianópolis, Brazil.
Florianópolis, Brazil. You've got 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏 sitting on the toilet. 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏. Yeah, we gotta be in a good mood. The reason we gotta be in a good
mood, bro. And I wanted to know why you saying alt season. I'm very interested.
Okay, you'll see. Wait, hold on. Do you agree with me right now that it's altcoin season? If I said to you right now, Sheldon, it's altcoin season, and it's bigger than normal altcoin season, would you believe me? Or would you say this man is smoking the good old-fashioned London pipe?
Yeah, it does. That does seem like you're smoking something good. But okay. If it's specific alts, maybe. I don't know if it's full alts. I don't know. I'm quite curious. I do see some alts flying, but I don't know. If it is great weed, please bring some back.
I'm going to show you today that it is actually alt season. At the end of it, you tell me if I was right, if I was wrong. It's a big alt season. It's an institutional alt season. It's not a retail-driven alt season. You'll see what I mean in a second. I want to go through charts with you because when I look at my altcoins, it's like nothing happens. Nothing happens. Like Bitcoin goes up, dominance goes up, Solana kind of going up, and I'll show you why Solana's going up. But everything else looks like it's about to die.
Yeah, everything is completely, and there's random coins like 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏, Bitcoin Cash. I think we're definitely going to speak about Bitcoin Cash. We've got block stacks waking up at the moment. We've got 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝗴𝗴. 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝗴 is also waking up on the hour at the moment.
Let's look at the hourly chart on the bubbles. Let's look at the hourly chart on the bubbles. Remember, guys, if you go to the bubbles, every day a blue bubble will appear. If you pop the blue bubble, you stand a chance to win your share of $50,000. You just need to download bubbles on Android, on Apple, or on the desktop. I've already popped my bubbles for today. Maybe I'll get another one just now. All right, so you're talking about the hourly. Okay, we'll go back to the hourly. I think I deleted my hourly, but let me quickly go back.
Yeah, so I'm just scrolling through here, and I'm just looking at what's waking up. What's happening with Richard's coins? I see we got Hex and Pulse Chain waking up in the last 24 hours. A big one I want to speak about, which I think is a nice breakout, is GRT. I do think we need to pay attention to GRT, NEO protocol, Render. So I do have a few my side, but I think
let's talk about the alts when we get to talking about alt season, because there is a massive alt season, 600%, 500%, 400% this year. Show you which alts to be buying. But first of all, welcome to our new viewers. Subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribed. Help us explode. We have exploded this bear market, but help us explode. Also, if you are an existing viewer, smash the like button, obliterate the like button. I'm again so sorry about yesterday. The internet just cut you. Hopefully the internet will do us proud. And if not, 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓𝗃 will just take you away with the charts. All right, let's go. Let's talk about inflation. A lot to celebrate here. So inflation was at 3% year on year. Remember, the Fed's targets are to get inflation to 2%. More and more, it looks like we are going to have inflation at 2% sooner rather than later. In fact, if you look at Trueflation is already saying that the US inflation is 2.51%. So if they're saying that inflation is 2.51%, and they are, I think, much more accurate than the Fed, we could be very, very, very close to the Fed's magic number. Also, we are at the lowest level of inflation in the last 27 months. So if you look at the last time that inflation was at 3%, it was 2.5 years ago. So 27 months ago is when inflation last hit 3%. So lots to celebrate when it comes to inflation. Also, the biggest drop in inflation that we've had percentage-wise. So we went from 4% to 3%, which is a 25% drop in inflation month on month. So lots to celebrate when it comes to inflation. In fact, MacroElf points out that if we carry on this kind of inflation, annualized inflation like this, the annualized inflation will actually come in lower than Powell's expectations of 1.4. It'll come in at 1.4%. So that is a lot to celebrate on inflation. Now, the next question you're going to ask yourself is, well, why is this not in the market already? Why is the market not exploding? Why did Bitcoin not break the 31,000? Why is it that the US dollar hasn't broken below the 101? Why is it the Nasdaq hasn't gone up more than 1%? The answer is very simple. The market's been expecting this. The market has looked way beyond inflation, and the market's basically said, look, the inflation narrative, the interest rate narrative is over. We are expecting one more rate hike. Here it is. If you want to look at it in numbers, one more rate hike. There's a 90% chance there's going to be one more rate hike, despite these inflation numbers, and despite tomorrow we're going to get the PPI numbers. 92.4% of people are saying that we're going to get another interest rate hike. Ironically, with all this amazing inflation data, the Fed is still saying that inflation is too high. Okay, you've said you wanted to get it down to 2%. It's at 3.1% or 3%. I don't think that's too bad, but I guess barking is just out there barking whatever he has to bark about. Let's quickly look at what added to inflation and what reduced inflation. So the things that reduced inflation: fuel reduced inflation, gasoline reduced inflation, gas utilities reduced inflation, used cars reduced inflation. All these things reduced inflation. In fact, the only thing that really increased inflation was shelter and transportation. That's pretty much the two things that really increased inflation. So that is where inflation's coming from. You can kind of look at it like this. You can see what increased and what reduced inflation. Now, I said to you guys before, CPI, big nothing burger. But the one thing that we have seen about CPI is it kind of sets the trend for where the market is going to go. So either this is a local bottom or this is a local top. Time will tell. As it looks like today, maybe a local bottom, but you never know, because Bitcoin's only up 0.15% today. So it could also mark a local top. And that's what 𝗕𝗫𝗃𝗃 will actually talk to us about. In fact, let's quickly just go to Sniper. Let's wrap up the inflation section Just before we do, I want to caution you guys that, as I said to you guys yesterday, the Cleveland Fed, which is probably the most accurate estimator of inflation, okay, they missed the mark a little bit today because they said it was going to be 3.22, is saying that in July, which is the reading that we're going to talk about in August only because we're a little bit behind, is going to be 3.62%. So they are expecting inflation to actually increase. So let's quickly talk to 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗵𝗧. 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗶, up or down
Yes,
from
sir.
here? Up or down from here? Hold on. I want to just open. On the morning call today, you said a pump into inflation, and then the market is going to start going down. That's what you guys were looking at, right?
Yeah, so I thought they would like send a quick wick to the upside and get the market really bullish. And then what they usually do, we've seen this, it's very similar to FOMC. You know, they pump it, they then send it down for a little bit now, goes sideways and starts to move up. And I think the big thing I just wanted to know was, overall, was this good news? I knew that short time frame, they are going to pop around. And if I show my charts over here, we basically got, you know, end of the day, we had the big pump within Bitcoin one side. We've been now ranging between the 29,500 and the 31,500. And for me, it's a big zone that either one of these that we start closing above is the direction we're going to move. And what I have above is I have 35K if we finally get through that high. And what I have below is 27,000. So what I did is, going into today's news, we're basically starting this wedge. And what it's basically showing at the moment is, yes, things are bullish, but I do think there's a small pullback. And ultimately, I am hoping we do break through to the top to start to move there. But any one of these resistance and resistance support lines that we close outside of should be the direction of the major trend we're going to move to. So again, we need to now confirm, is this a bullish flag? Is it something that we do this and this? Or is it a Bart Simpson? Is it a reversal? Are they actually offloading at this major area of $31,000 and actually going to send this back down to the major zones? But soon, as I can see over here, we're going to find out. So for me, 31,000 at the moment will be a break of trend. We want to break the highs. 35,000 is my target.
There is a little bit of breaking news, small breaking news. Sorry to interrupt. But the Justice wallet, the one that has all the Silk Road Bitcoin, remember the government, the US government has a whole lot of Bitcoin that they seized in the Silk Road. They just moved 506 Bitcoin. So I don't think it's the big move, but also just worth noting that they are on the move. 506 Bitcoin on the move. Maybe that's what took the price slightly down. That's because people were like just seeing that these Bitcoin were on the move. I don't think it should affect the market. Sniper, going back to this. When I did Sniper School, you taught me one thing. The longer Bitcoin stays in the range, the bigger the breakout when the breakout happens. Yes, no?
Exactly. The bigger the move. So the longer the preparation, the bigger the move.
That looks like a long range from you, bro. That's at least 6.5 inches.
Exactly. But think about it. This is, if they are preparing a move to 35.40, firstly, it's such a big level of breaking. You know, the first crash within May, we set the low of 30,000, and that used to be support. Like 30,000 was the support of the bull run, and for the last few months, it's been the resistance. So this is the level. I actually put a line on that 30K, and I'm like, bear market, bull market. And that's for me what I think this major line is. So this preparation here is either for the huge ass rejection, or it is the breakout to get to 35.40. I think we're going to see a weekly squeeze if we get through the areas, because this for me is last line of bear's chance to still believe that this is a bear market.
You're actually saying exactly what 𝗕𝗏𝗪𝗍𝗧 said. So, well, I want to talk to you about altcoins. We're going to chart some altcoins afterwards, but I just want to cover some other sections.
Go for it, brother.
I want to ask you a question. Have you found the recent price volatility boring? Like, if I were
especially altcoins, bro. Like altcoins, nothing.
You know why? Because if you look at the crypto volatility index, that is where the volatility is. It's actually at a low that I haven't seen since, I mean, even before this chart.
What was there a time into like 2019 where like the alts didn't move at all? Like that was just like, was there this stage? It's part of the cycle.
Part of the cycle that gets you out of altcoins and into Bitcoin, because you just think that this is the last time that altcoins are ever going to rally, and then as soon as you put all your money into Bitcoin, that's when
it starts. Well, look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. It looks like
we're going to look at it. In fact, we're going to look at it in a second, because what you can see is that the volatility is down, the money flow is all into Bitcoin. So if you look at the inflow all the inflow is actually into Bitcoin. There's no inflow into the other coins. This is as per a CoinShares report. You can see that people are just going into Bitcoin, and then that's being reflected in this Bitcoin dominance. Now, I don't know, but again, you taught me at Sniper School that when that happens, the Bitcoin dominance needs to make a move.
It does. You gotta flag. And ultimately, I think it's gonna respect that. If there's a dump and there's a rejection from Bitcoin, I think dominance comes down. And I think the breakout of the 31, I think you're gonna need the strength of a dominance to the upside to get Bitcoin to 30, 35, 40. And then we know at some point, like we got a major 200 weekly moving average at 53, 54%. And I'm hoping that will set in the basic top of the dominance to finally get ETH going, because we need Ethereum to help us get dominance.
So that's another thing. That's another thing that I actually noticed. Look at that. Look at the ETH versus BTC performance. So these are all the different cycles. This is the 2015, 2017 cycle, ETH versus BTC.
Ooh.
This is 2017 to 2021 cycle. And now look where we are. Like this ETH dominance, this ETH versus BTC is doing nothing. It's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. It's a cloud of Gary Gensler may declare this thing a security. That's that's happening. It's Gary Gensler going, I may declare ETH as security. I may declare ETH as security. I may declare ETH as security. That's what it is. And then on the Bitcoin side, you've got the most influential person in the world saying, "Hey, like this is Larry Fink. He's obviously he was a skeptic, and now he's the most important man in finance, and he's given Bitcoin an endorsement, calling it digital gold, tech fantastic, and applying for an ETF. So that's what's happening here."
Yeah, but what I'm quite intrigued in is if we are not releasing Ethereum yet, how's there else? Like how could there be else? Like we need Big Daddy ETH, right? Like that's what's
bigger question. You want me to give you a clue?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
That's Coinbase. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Coinbase is up 90% since the 27th of June.
Wow.
I would call that an Altseason. Okay. Okay, cool. You get me, right?
And it's only just breaking that high there at the moment.
Correct. That hasn't even started. Hasn't even started. Now let me take you to another one. Okay. This one here is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is up 215% this year.
Wow.
That's Altseason, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me give you another one. This is Bit Digital. Bit Digital is a mining company. If I go to the 1st of Jan and I draw a line up here, it's up 750%. Oh.
So what's happening here? I'm confused now. So this stuff's pumping, but the coins.
Let me give you another plat. Let me give you another one.
No.
Let me give you another one. It's not obvious. That's the problem. Everyone's looking for Altseason, but they're looking for Altseason this time in the wrong place. I'll explain to you why it's in the wrong place. This is another share called Riot. Riot is a mining company, Riot Platforms. It is up 460% since January. Here is a list of the companies. Let's just make this a bit smaller so that everyone can see. So this is a list of listed companies on the stock exchange, and this is all related to crypto, and this is their returns year to date. 648, 435, 430, 389, 316. Coinbase up 192. MicroStrategy up, they're saying 184%. So there is an Altseason. Okay, but
So this is crypto stocks.
Yes. Okay, now, you're a very, 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 very smart guy. Okay, you're a very smart guy. Why is there a crypto stocks Altseason, and why is there no crypto Altseason? First of all, there is, but why is crypto not performing as well as stocks? Even though you can look at it.
Is the crypto stocks regulated?
Yes, of course.
So I don't know, but I want to figure out why you haven't told me. I'm fishing in the wrong pond, bro. I'm fishing in the pond that the one pond is actually flying at the moment.
Everybody's missed it. Everybody's missed it. Even our own researchers actually missed it. Look at all the stocks relative to Bitcoin. Okay, this is now relative to Bitcoin. So I'll tell you what's going on here. There is an Altseason, but it's not an Altseason that is being driven by retail. It's an Altseason that is being driven by institutions. Now, an institution can't go to Binance and go and buy Solana, MATIC, Render. Okay, institutions can only buy the only exposure that they can get to anything related to crypto is to go and buy stocks, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I've been saying for a long time that this rally is led by institutions. I've shown the guys like data point after data point after data point after data point, all showing them that this rally is actually being led by institutions. Now we have another data point that shows us, guys, this is the return of the crypto stocks on the market. You'd never ever see stocks going up 700%, 400%, 500%, 200% in 6 months. That's what's happening in crypto stocks. Now, why is this happening? Well, let me tell you very simply. This tweet over here, I think it's this tweet over here. Hold on.
And what's crazy is like when you showed those charts that they only just breaking resistance. So this could be like a while longer. Like it could, you know, this could be a continuation.
So someone summarized it in a tweet. I'm trying to find the tweet. But in that tweet, essentially what he said is, these guys have seen dozens of ETFs approved during their careers. And so they kind of know what's happening. This is not the first time they're watching an ETF approval. For us in crypto, yeah, this is the first time we're watching an ETF approval. But these guys know what an ETF approval it feels like. And so what they're doing is they're getting into anything with the word crypto in it. It's like, imagine you're a fund manager, and now you've got to say, you've got a client, and your client's saying to you, listen, why aren't you in crypto? Now, you don't want that discussion with a client. You don't want that discussion with a client. So what do? You buy something that's crypto. You say, I am in crypto. I'm just in the crypto mining. I am in crypto. I'm just in Coinbase. I am in crypto. I'm actually just in MicroStrategy. I am in crypto. I'm just in GBTC. That's why all of these shares are starting to explode, because there actually is an Altseason. It's just not the same Altseason we used to, because it's an institutional Altseason. And if the institutions are coming, they cannot go and buy PEPE. They can't. An institution can't go on Uniswap, you know, and then go and buy PEPE. This is not a retail run.
It's crazy how they started their own Altseason on the side without anyone even realizing. Okay.
So they know what's coming. They know what's coming. They've been here before. They've played this game before. They've been here before. So that's what's happening. That's the Altseason that's happening. I do think it's crowded though now. I think this whole ETF thing is getting very crowded. I saw this bet. Only 13% of people believe that the BlackRock ETF will be approved by August 31st. I agree. I think it's going to take at least a year. So I think that this trade is actually starting to become crowded. I am maybe I've got two positions in Coinbase. One is a trade and one is an investment. On the trade, I might actually start taking profits now, because I just think that Coinbase is 90% up in 2 weeks. I think that for me is a good point to start selling. I'm not the only one selling. Brian Armstrong sold $5 million worth of coin. Cathie Wood sold $12 million worth of coin. But everyone's jumping down Brian Armstrong's throat. The guy's got billions of dollars worth of Coinbase equity. He sold $5 million probably to fund like some kind of living expenses, life expenses,
holiday. Like, come on, like give the guy a break.
Exactly.
Some money at some point.
Yeah, and his co-founder, who's now left, obviously, 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏, he's actually buying. He bought $125 million worth of Coinbase in the past year. Also, Cathie Wood selling, but again, who the fuck cares if Cathie Wood selling? She has a fund. The fund's called ARK. When one share goes up, they have to rebalance the fund. When you rebalance the fund, that's what happens. So that's what's going on there. Should we do some altcoins? Then I've got a whole lot of other alpha, but let's look at the altcoins. I want you to take me to Solana, because that's the one where I have big position.
Yeah, me too. I've been building up quite a big Solana position. So obviously I spoke about that long trend that it did break. Like it broke a really strong, significant weekly trend. So I'll go back to that trend over there. So you can see this was a trend that started all the way from July 2022. And ultimately now we're starting to break that trend. So we're starting to get our first smaller time frame, or our daily time frame, possible higher high. So I think the little push today was good. I obviously want to see with Bitcoin, just quickly jumping back to this chart over here to see, I do think there's a small test back at 30K before we do pump out of here. So therefore, looking at that, I think there might be one more opportunity between around the 21 and 22 for Solana. But the fact that it has cracked this resistance here, I'm now looking at it get to the very important level of the $26 to the $28 region. Now, the reason why it's very important.
Hold on, I'm watching the newsroom. 9,000 Bitcoin have been moved by the Silk Road government wallet. Okay, so 9,000, so it's $275 million worth of Bitcoin has now moved. This is great. The fact that the market's not responding is actually great because it kind of shows that even they've told us about this. It's in the price already.
Yeah, it's like a short-term panic, right? And I think we just short-term panic. So therefore, for me, that's why I was buying some GRT now and some more near. So for me, like I was saying, the 26 to 28 is very important Solana. So it's probably the area that I think we go to next, and that was the area before the FTX. So therefore, you know, I think we're finally going to get to those areas. We've been there a few times before. It's like it's nemesis area. But once we can finally crack through the 26, 27, now you can start looking at the possibilities of a $40 to a $60 Solana.
Okay,
so I think, again...
you were a betting man and you could only bet up or down, like one candle, up or down. Would you bet up or down on Solana?
Time frame, like now, like you're talking...
Now, today.
I think up. I think up. I think this is a very short-term little bit of panic now, but I think up. I think I cracked that high now. I don't think the wall's there anymore. I think up.
Okay, fantastic. Talk me through some other alts.
So the next one for me is MATIC. So MATIC obviously got smashed really hard, and it's literally fighting this crazy little horizontal resistance here. But ultimately, it broke trend and it gets through this area. And I do think there's a possible run back to $1, if not $1.20. So MATIC for me is breaking to Bitcoin, and it's breaking a long trend here. You got the weekly stochastic RSI at the bottom. So I do think MATIC is looking strong at the moment. I did tweet about it the other day at around, I think, 68 cents. I think there might be a top-up area around the 71, 72, but I think keep your eyes on MATIC. I think MATIC, it kind of feels like a coin that's been bullied and now wants to come back and, you know, fight a little bit. So I think that's a good one. The next one that I saw for me at the moment was NEAR protocol. So NEAR for me, it's not out of the major downtrend cycle, but it did hit the bottom and it is bouncing and breaking a daily trend over here. So for me, the same thing is I'm basically looking at if Bitcoin breaks 31 to 35, what's the strongest? You know, ultimately, what is breaking? And the fact that you have Bitcoin sitting in this range and you're starting to get the alts break, you know, I'm focused on that. And I see NEAR breaking at the moment. So for me, I'm looking at NEAR a possible push to around the 1.7, 1.8. So NEAR is another token I'm focused on. And the last one that I'm going to call, I don't want to call too many, is GRT. I think GRT has been accumulating for a long period. It's now breaking a daily trend. And for me, it is showing a good possible 20, 30% shorter time frame upside. And then I do think there's a possibility of breaking the major wedge that can get it back to higher areas. So these are my main...
Someone in the comments saying just chart stacks for us.
Block stacks. We need a Craig. So I'll definitely chart it for you. Let me find it here. I do have it just somewhere. STX. He is, but this is his coin, bro. This is his coin. Like he's been loading up on this thing for a while. So what I like about stacks is this obviously started to run when the Bitcoin narrative and everything was running. And it really made the higher break. And what probably a lot of people are talking about now is it's looking to break another daily trend. So it had this little pump up, definite higher high, higher low. And it's looking like one of the very bullish coins at the moment. Whenever Bitcoin goes bullish, this coin goes mad. So ultimately, you know, even though you have dominance going up, if a Bitcoin breakout happens, this is one token that outperforms Bitcoin at the moment when Bitcoin's bullish.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's just go through a few other things. I'll keep you in the room. I'm locking you up in the dungeon again. I'll come back.
Yeah, brother. Thanks. Just bring food later, please. Please, I'm hungry.
Hold on. I want you to see something. Wait, I want you to see something.
Yes.
Did you just light a spliff on live?
Sure, give us a cloud there, bro.
No, it's actually, unfortunately, it's a cigarette.
Oh, what?
So not like you. That's so not like you. So disappointing. What's wrong with you?
I'm just being lazy.
All right, let's go through a few other things. We will get back to altcoins. I promise you we'll get back to altcoins. Look at this. So the FTT token is pumping. I think that even if they do start the exchange again, I don't think they're starting the exchange with this token. But anyway, it's pumping. Yesterday, the FTX claims portal went live. So if you have a claim, you can access your FTX account to see your claim. But the only problem is I've been trying to get in here all day, but the portal is unavailable. Not working. And I don't know why people are aping into the FTT token. I wish there was an easier place to short it. One other piece of information I think is worth talking about is some people believe that it's okay to manipulate a smart contract to do what it's supposed to do, but to exploit an exchange. So if you find a exploit in a smart contract and you do what the exploit says, then that is fine. Now you'll remember there was a guy called Avi Eisenberg who exploited mango markets, and he said, "Look, I didn't actually exploit mango markets. I just did what what the protocol was supposed to do. I just did what it's supposed to do. It was a problem in the code." Anyway, the New York Attorney General came out and actually is taking action against a hacker, not a hacker, but someone who manipulated a smart contract for their own good. So if you're sitting at home right now and you're thinking, look, I want to like manipulate a smart contract for my own good, like Raymond, I know I can see Raymond's thinking about that. Just listen to what he had to say.
Today, I'm announcing the first criminal charges ever brought involving an attack on a smart contract on a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange. As alleged in the indictment, 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗃, who was a senior security engineer at an international technology company, used his expertise to defraud the exchange and its users and steal approximately $9 million in cryptocurrency. We also allege that he then laundered the stolen funds through a series of complex transfers on the blockchain, where he swapped cryptocurrencies, hopped across different crypto blockchains, and used overseas crypto exchanges. But none of those actions covered the defendant's tracks or fooled law enforcement, and they certainly didn't stop my office or our law enforcement partners from following the money. The Southern District of New York has always been on the cutting edge of catching and prosecuting criminals who use new technologies to commit old-fashioned fraud. Today's charges reaffirm that commitment and should send a message. It doesn't matter whether someone steals money from a bank or defrauds a decentralized.
This guy scares the shit out of me. Like, if this guy ever talks about me, we're in big trouble, because that guy scares the living daylights out of me. Another thing which is worth actually talking about, I see Sheldon laughing at it. Sheldon, if that guy talks about you, bro, you're so screwed.
Yeah, bro, that's not right. It's a bit dodgy.
Yeah. That guy is like the worst guy in the world. The worst guy in the world. Sheldon, check this. Solana. This is the Grayscale Solana Trust. This is the price action on the Grayscale Solana Trust. Someone is starting to buy Solana. Someone is starting to buy Solana. I'll show you where it started. It started in like here, so 15th of June. But you can see someone is starting to buy Solana. This is like the Grayscale Solana, the Grayscale Solana. People laughing, guys. That guy's the scariest fucking guy in the world.
He is. And what's nice, you know, just jumping back to Solana, it's also breaking to Bitcoin. So there is obviously a lot of interest there. I think I just wanted to add quickly, just while you spoke about FTT, just an interesting thing. Like, it's done this like 3-4 times in a row where it has this like random pump. But if you were saying like shorting or anything like that, just one thing I noticed here is it always has this crazy pump and it has this little second high over here. So you can just notice it every time. And you can see over here, it's showing a little bit higher. But pay attention. I don't think it has anything big there. But if there is anyone that wants to short or stuff, I don't think this is real, bro. I don't think this thing's coming back.
I wish there was to short it, guys. If you know a place to short it, just put it in the comments. I really I know you know where you can short it on Gains Network. They're our sponsor. There's a link below for Gains Network. I think you can short. I think you can short FTT there. Let me know in the comments if you can. Also, let me know in the comments if you're scared of the bald head man. Okay, and also let me know if you've popped your bubble on Bubbles and if you've won something. So let me know in the comments. Couple of other things I did want to talk about. Sheldon, did you see our man Kyle yesterday on RealVision?
Bro, I'm so proud of him. Like, that's great. I'm
also
very
like,
proud of him.
I mean, you'd think he's so rich now. You'd think he can buy himself like a real headphone. Not the ones they give you for free.
We got to go talk to him, bro.
I don't know if I think this is the headphones they give you for free on the airplane. Well, I think you know what it is. If you buy a lucky packet in the supermarket, you buy like a lucky packet, you get sweets, and then like they give you these headphones. But his interview was very, very good. I mean, buying the headphones, he is very good.
As long as Bitcoin holds above the 200 daily moving average, and that moving average more specifically is angled in an upward direction and continuing to slope upward, then I would say that the trend is your friend. Stick with the trend and remain long on the market until such time as that starts to get lost. Tying in with what Rick said over here is that the pullback will come eventually. You'll set in a local top. I'm looking anywhere between $36,000 and $42,000 for that local top to be set.
Kyle.
and
You enter the party, bro.
40% pullback, which would bring price anywhere between $28,000 and $32,000 as your final buy the dip opportunity before the halving cycle does.
So that's Carl. I'm so proud of him. He's come a long way. Yesterday was on RealVision. If you want to buy yourself a set of headphones like that, you can use the referral link below. You get a free lucky packet, 2 sweets, and you get those headphones. Alternatively, you can just fly on United Airlines, and those are the headphones they give you while you're watching the movie. That's the headphones they actually give you.
I love it, bro. So where can they find that video? It's RealVision on YouTube, eh? Go support, guys. Go support. Go watch it out. Go see Kyle in action. Give him lots of love. Very proud of him.
Yesterday we interviewed this 𝗕𝗬𝗓𝗏 guy, 𝗕𝗬𝗓𝗏 from 𝗕𝗏𝗓𝗏. 𝗕𝗏𝗓𝗏 is the company that pay people to dox you, basically. So if I know information about your wallet, I get paid if I'm willing to say, hey, that's Sheldon's wallet. Okay, now I find that unethical. They seem to have a good business. As I said to him yesterday, I find it unethical. So someone yesterday.
So that means like 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃 is in business, bro.
Yeah. So someone yesterday said to me, this is the 𝗕𝗏𝗃 multi-sig wallet. And I don't know if it is or isn't. I said I'm going to do the same thing to you that you do to other people. I'm going to put a bounty for anyone that can confirm. Now he replies. He says, I'm glad you'll be participating in the Intel exchange, which I'm not going to be because I think it's unethical. I said, ha, funny, but please answer my question. Is this wallet actually connected to you? Haven't heard from him since. If anyone could please just go check on him, make sure that he's okay. Just make sure that he's okay. I just need to make sure that he's okay because he hasn't replied. He was so quick to reply to my other message. And since I asked him to confirm the address, he's not a thing. Yeah, a lot of people saying they deleted the 𝗕𝗏𝗃 account. I find the business unethical, but I think he's a smart guy. And I think he obviously has built a big business. Also, listen, if you want to get into mining, which is what the institutions are doing, we have got another sponsor. It's called Bluewheel Mining. Now, what you do is you buy an NFT that's linked to hash rate. So that's what you basically do. You buy an NFT which is linked to hash rate, and you can see the hash pool on Binance. So you can go and see their hash pool, and you can see how many Bitcoin they're making, how many Bitcoin they made yesterday, and you can kind of see the hash pool. So go and check it out. It's called Bluewheel Mining. Also, if you want a crypto wallet, if you want to get on the list for a crypto wallet, one of our sponsors, CoinWeb, is launching a crypto wallet. You can go and sign up to get early access to the wallet and go and check it out, mess around with it. Still early access. So go and check it out if you want. There's a link to that below. Let me check the newsroom and see if there's anything else. There's 9,300 Bitcoin that have just been moved from Silk Road. They're going to sell them, $250 million. I think if ever they were going to sell them, now's the time when the market's pumping. We probably wouldn't even feel it. If they didn't tell us, they could have told us afterwards. We probably wouldn't have even known. I think that's it. I think that's what's happening here. We do have like 2 more minutes. If you want to ask us questions, and at the same time, I want to tell you that. Can I tell them, Sheldino?
What?
So we are running Sniper School Cohort 7.
Yeah, you can tell them.
We have put, I think, how many people have 16,500 people have done Sniper School.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's even slightly more than that. Yes.
Okay, so Sniper School 7 is the last Sniper School cohort where you can use a referral link to get into Sniper School.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going to happen next. We're trying to keep it free. But I know that Sniper School Cohort 7 is the last one. So there is a link below. If you want to get into the last cohort that will allow you easy access using a referral link, there is a link below. And just make sure that you use the link and sign up. Let's see if there are any questions for Sheldino. I'm also watching the newsroom here. It is moving quite quickly, but it's the same news. It's the same news. Just
Bro, I'm just hoping that today's numbers or something just gets Bitcoin out of this range. I get it now. You're accumulating, you're preparing, but we need a Bitcoin out of 30 to 31. It's boring, bro. It's bro, we want to do shows. I want to do calls. You want fundamental. We need stuff, bro. We should do a show on mining, on Bitcoin mining stocks. I'm telling you, we'll be rich. We'll be rich. We'll just go and try. I'm interested in that, to understand that. I definitely am, because I can't believe that there's a whole market running that none of us even know about.
Yeah. And then I think, listen, someone says, I hope my wallet shines as Ran's head. I also hope your wallet shines. Bro, I'm messing here with lights, studio lights, phone light, my phone torch on here. I've got a selfie light. The things I do to bring you guys streaming. If only, let me just show you. Let me just show you how rough this is, bro. That's what a streaming setup actually looks like in this Airbnb. That's what it actually looks like.
Oh, it's not so bad. It's actually James did well.
This time effective. It's very nice to do a show with you, man. It's very nice doing
Me
a show.
too, bro. Me too. I really enjoy it. It's been a while.
Yeah. Someone says Ran's looking more pale since he was in London. Have you seen the weather here? They told me it was summer. It's freezing cold outside. Someone says Ran's forehead equals liquid gold.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's a little bit shiny, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but it's cool.
All right. Now this show's degrading. It's going down. And I'll see you guys again. Listen, I might see you tomorrow. I might not, because tomorrow is my brother's wedding. So I might do a show before the wedding if anything happens. If not, I'll see you on Spaces in 15 minutes. If not on Space, someone says,
bro, it's your brother's wedding. Go to the wedding, bro. You don't have to do a show. I promise. The community will forgive you. You can come on Friday, and you can come hit a show then. Go to the wedding, bro. I want to see you in a suit. Please send a photo.
No, there's no suits. I'm wearing a shirt and pants. Someone's runs not anyone in this chat. I agree with these people. I agree that I'm nicer than anyone in this chat. Someone says they're crazy. Someone says Mazal Tov, Bobby, 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗧, Mazal Tov. Thank you very much. That's very nice. You can bring the show to the wedding. I can do a live stream. Actually, there will be a live stream. What did
you say? What does that mean?
Mazal Tov. Mazal Tov means congratulations. That means congratulations.
Oh, I'm learning. I want to learn. You must teach me.
Where is the wedding? I'll tweet you where the wedding is. You can come. Someone said, glad he said, how long in the UK? Sheldon Hughes, I'm in the UK until Sunday.
Sunday.
Someone says it's snowing in South Africa. Sheldon, is it snowing in South Africa?
Bro, it snowed in Johannesburg, yes. Like it was snowing. Like literally, I don't know. It's weird.
Come on, guys. Anything else? Maybe we should roast Sheldon a little bit. Maybe we should. I mean, now that you've destroyed my forehead, maybe we should. Someone says just work on my shoulder. I mean, he's right. My shoulder is very sore. I've actually bought a little massage ball that I rub up and down the wall like a crazy person. People think I'm like delusional.
No, that thing works. And your little balls, your stress balls, you must actually sell them. You must have a link below. That stuff's really good.
Yeah, they're like. Someone says, Sheldon, what do two Wongs not make?
Watching Chosen Ones. Chosen Ones.
It's Sheldon's joke channel on TikTok. It's called the Chosen Ones. What is it? Chosen Ones essay. What is it?
Essay. Yeah. The Chosen Ones essay.
And one of the jokes is what? It's an Asian joke, and it says, "What did two Wongs not make?" And
I don't know why can't two Chinese people make a white baby? Because two Wongs don't make a white.
This is going on YouTube. This is going on YouTube. Someone saying, great to hear that Ran's little balls work. Thanks, Sheldon.
Oh, wow. Jeez, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Much love, bro.
See you guys.
I'm going to get up to the family.
I may see you tomorrow. I may not see you tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll see you on Friday. I'll see you guys again on Friday. Until then, have fun, trade well, my friends, and follow Sheldon. Go to Sheldon's show tomorrow. He'll be keeping you guys up to date with all.
I'm hoping we have a push so we can start trading. We just need altcoins. That's what we need. We need altcoin wake up.
I'll take anything.
You'll take anything.
My old bags were so heavy when I walked into the UK. The customs officials stopped me and they said, "You know what they said? They said, sir, we just want to apologize. We see your bags are very, very, very overweight, but we're going to let you through," because they realized the bags were so overweight. All right, my brother.
Much love, my brother. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.